Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special afternoon makeup session where I seldom come on, or often lately come on, when I don't have enough time to finish as many free readings as I want to complete in the morning session because I did get a lot of donations. And thank you so much for those because it does allow me to continue to offer the free things that I do. So, big shout out to all my YouTube channel members, all those who purchase my services and all those who make donations during the lives, because it is what funds me to be able to continue to do this. So, a big thank you to all of you. There is no chat in this session because I'm not taking on any new questions. This is all makeup from the morning sessions. I did not complete any free readings this morning. So, blown away by your guys' generosity, but I will complete them all now. I also will be back tonight, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you're wanting free readings. So I shall return. After I'm done with this session, I will post a comment and pin it with the order in which I completed the readings so that you can find your reading much more easily. So thank you for all the thumbs up. That does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys all for that. And we will jump in. I actually do have two readings for Alice. I did not get to your donation, so you are up first, and then we will start the free readings. So I'm going to continue to use this beautiful deck here. It's the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. And I'm just going to give these a quick shuffle here. All right. And we will jump in. So, Alice, for your first question, you wanted to know, what did the team that excluded you think and feel afterwards? They seemed happy for some reason, but you're not sure why. So, when we're looking at an overall, a team of people, they're all going to have different thoughts. They're all going to have different feelings. It's important to realize what you were feeling as you were witnessing this, and it helps you get to the root of it because everyone is a mirror for us. And so if we feel everyone was happy and excluding us, then that's something for us to look at. Our emotions, our thoughts, all those beliefs happen inside of us, not out there, right? So everyone else is going to have a different, whatever they're going through in the moment, what they don't see the world as it is, they see the world as they are. So all these individuals are seeing the world differently, just as you are. So it's difficult to pull a card for each individual person, what are they thinking and feeling. But I feel like what you're really wanting to know is, why would people, what were you going to learn through this? I feel is like kind of what spirit is wanting to more uh, give you, because that's like a better way of looking and using your energy instead of pleasing all these people, right? Or why aren't you pleasing all these people? What's going on, right? And you have the Three of Wands here, which the Three of Wands is about changing new directions, looking at things in a different way. And even on the bottom of the deck, you've got all this stuff here. You've got the Princess of Discs, which is the Page of Pentacles, and you also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about finding your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, finding it from the inside with spirit. And you also have on the bottom of the deck, which is very, just synchronistic, the Nine of Cups with the Ace of Cups, finding your love from within instead of the outside. So both of those cards are about this awareness of defining yourself by the inside world rather than, you know, thinking this person is feeling this way. We don't know what the person is really thinking or feeling because we're not in there. We'll never see what someone's truly feeling or thinking until we're on the other side and we replay our entire lives and go, oh, wow, makes total sense now. But we don't know what that person's going through, right? And but let's see what the other cards are. Those were just on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Three major arcana And I see here, the first card that popped up is the Devil card, and the Devil card comes up, sorry for any of the nudity on here, but there's it shakes our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets. It forces us to look at our life and look at what beliefs are caging us in, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we had when we were younger. And so this, feeling of exclusion can be asking yourself, how am I excluding myself from myself? And what we mean by that is when we're defining ourselves by the outside world, we're actually cheating on ourselves. We're excluding our capital S self because we're taught look out here and define yourself by people, situations, and things. And when we do, we feel very unstable. That was also on the bottom of the deck, which what you learn through the King of Pentacles with your worth, your self worth there is that when you define yourself by this outside world, you feel unsafe and out of control. You feel small. You feel unstable because all those things are unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away. Situations never stay the same. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. And so, you learn when you are defining yourself and trying to find your validation and like I said, your definition, it feels so unstable. You turn inward and upward, which you turn inward and upward. Here's the your higher self calling you to this higher place to see things from this higher perspective. And even with the star card coming in here, this is your higher self there, that star up there, which they're all saying, come and see yourself from our point of view, not these humans. These humans are all about themselves. All these individuals are, their actions and thoughts and beliefs have to do with them, their own dreams, their own fears, their own, they don't look at other people. It's so many of everyone's actions have nothing to do with us. They're all about what's going on inside their story that we don't even know what's going on, but we just look at them and go, "Oh, that must be about me." How mighty we are. Everyone's actions are about us, right? That's what we're taught anyway. and but there's this clarity that comes in through the situation that allows you to see, why did I want this mirror to happen for me? Because we'll continue to have the teachers come into our lives, the mirrors come into our life to show us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. So I feel like spirit is wanting you to just see how everyone's actions are about them, that they don't even look and see how it's impacting you because they're looking at their lives like this and they don't even see you. They're just trying to get along themselves, trying to feel whole and complete. And you don't see that part of them because you're consumed with your own self, right? And so when we're asking all these people, why did they exclude me? See, how did I exclude myself? And why am I happy when I'm excluded? And you can find some truths that come into those things. Sometimes when we feel excluded, our little inner child likes that because it's sad and it gets attention. And so it gets attached to that stuff. It sees a payoff to feeling excluded. Okay, I'll get some attention now, right? And so there's some things we can learn about ourselves about how am I excluding myself in my life, in my thoughts, my beliefs, my emotions? Where does this exclusion go back to when I'm earlier in my life, right? And then also seeing how other people, how am I excluding other people in my own actions and thoughts? So that's what they have for you for reading number one, Alice. Hopefully that helps. And then number two, you go, what did your managers think about the team that excluded you? They still seem to like them, you think. Um, we'll take a look here. And again, their perception of what happened can be completely different than yours. They may not see it in your in your own the same perceptions. Which here's the star card again. They're seeing that through their viewpoint, seeing things from their perspective. Yeah, and the justice card. So the Justice card is this balancing back and forth, and you can see they're standing on the Ace of Swords down here. And that is, they balance everything. They understand that everyone has their own perceptions, their own perspectives, their own things going on in their life, and and they have their own things going on in their own life. So they will just pick up on some things, but because this was your emotions, all this going on inside of you, doesn't mean that they saw it the same way, right? They balance things out. They look at things, and part of your journey is to again look and go, what what other people think and feel and the decisions people make on the outside world has very little to do with you. There's a great meme going around out there in the world that says other people's opinion of me, it's none of my business, because it really has very little to do with me. It has to do with their entire history, the filter through which they see life and they act out life, and you have no idea what's going on in there because you're focused on you like they are. So that's what's coming in there. Hopefully that helps Alice with the um, movement and understanding of the experience and why you wanted to have this happen for you to be free from that. Because what a freedom comes on the other side of that. And that's the devil card, too. The devil card, that Saturn energy that has you shake and look at your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are making you feel restricted and small and trapped. You actually, what ends up happening is you're freed from the cage, and you have this freedom that comes from it, but you wouldn't realize you were in a cage until they shook and rattled the cage and showed you the cage that you have yourself in. So I like that for you. All right, Alice, hang in there, my dear, and thank you again for your donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. And then we are moving on up. So, starting at the very top of the free readings from this morning, we've got Minahil. So, thank you for your patience in getting to your reading. And you want to know who is coming towards you in love in 2024. All right, let me give these a shuffle and we'll take a look at that. Excuse me. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know? Who's coming towards you in love in 2024? Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Nope, just the one. So let me just cover up the little nudity on these. I forgot about these cards. But you got the devil card here. And so don't worry, the devil's not coming towards you. But it is Saturn, Capricorn energy. So on one hand, it could be a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but it can be someone with a lot of Capricorn energy in their chart. But it is someone that's going to be so different than you have ever thought of, because the devil card, which we're just talking about, shakes and rattles your entire world regarding love and the expectations supposed to be. So who are they supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be? All that is opinion that we're given from the past, right? And there's this energy that comes in with this about whatever you had yourself caged in before, all the, my list of my type, who the person is supposed to be that I fall in love with, they're going to be like so outside of the norm, which is very refreshing for you because it's going to be very surprising. You're not going to know what to expect because they're outside of the cage. And so it does, you do look at things very differently from them. So I like that for you. Very unusual and unique. So I like it. And of course, whenever we're waiting for them, part of that allows us to see them and allows them to come in faster is the more we cut away these expectations and crumble up the list and throw it away and go, all right, creator, you bring me the perfect person in the perfect way and the perfect timing. They can come in earlier too. So I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, Minahil. So many blessings. And then Hot Sun, you are up next. And let me just double check here. All right, very good. So, what are Matt's feelings, intentions, and next action towards you, and the underlying energy? So, let's take a look here. All right. So, the underlying energies, you've got the Hanged Man. So, seeing things from a different perspective, but also it's taking time for this to happen. It's a transformation that they're going through here. And their next feelings and intentions here. Let me just try to cover this up a little bit here. I know you probably don't mind nudity, everyone, but YouTube does, so that's why I have to do that. But you have the Star card. Let's see if we can do it. The Star card and the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Discs here. So, with this Hanged Man, I feel like we get this. If not, this feels like a similar reading about someone else. Maybe this wasn't your Matt, it was someone else before, but this transformation that they're going through, it's like a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. The Star card is about balancing and transformation. It's balancing of the chakras, connecting higher, really trying to figure out what their dream come true is, which I feel is going through a transformation. But the Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and so they're very much focused on themselves. I don't feel like they definitely have feelings because the Queen of Pentacles, she rolls over the earth energy, but she also all the queens get a portion of emotion too. So there is emotion there, but there's a lot of groundiness and a lot of focused inward on themselves. And sensuality comes with the Queen of Pentacles. It's a lot like the Empress energy, but I don't feel like they're taking any actions very soon based on current energies. I feel like they're still very focused on themselves, transformation, changing things about themselves. And so they're not too outwardly energized, influenced, incented to go forward in the outside world anywhere. I feel like they're just kind of focusing in on them right now. So that's what's coming in, hot sun. Hopefully that resonates and makes sense there. But definitely that the hanged man on the bottom with transformation makes sense. Right? So many blessings. Hang in there. And Happy Peel, you are up next. So next week's reading. What does Spirit want you to know about next week? All right. Yeah, definitely some new opportunities coming in here. You got the Ace of Pentacles, as well as here the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is like this energy of being solid in the outside world there. See if I can get it to be a little less. There we go. But solid foundation in the outside world with that. And so stability outside world, Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities, new growth coming in here. Just feels like a very solid type of week in the physical world. And it makes sense. The energies of the planets are all about new birth and moving forward and things being birthed into the world. It's a perfect timing for it. Nothing's in retrograde till like around March 10th. And then even the outside planets continue to be direct until like May 2nd or somewhere around there. And there's this, birth rolling out, stepping forward, fruitfulness. Whatever you do does bring like some instant, I was going to say gratification, but it's more abundance or reward. It's like, whatever those little, there's these little plants or whatever, you just pour water on them or like a sponge and just immediately gets big. It's like, wow, you have some immediate growth and then some long-term growth that comes in too. But I feel like next week is a time of planting new seeds and just a really stable world in the outside world. So I like that for you, Happy Pill. That's what's coming in for you right now. At least that's what they want you to know about right now. So many blessings to you. And then Magician, you are up. So angel messages. What do your angels want you to know right now? Let's take a look here. All right. Wow. Two major arcana. You got the World card and the Moon card coming in. And the World card is about endings and new beginnings, victory, followed by new adventures, new opening up of paths here. And the Moon card is this revealing type of energy coming in. Some hidden things are making themselves known. with this energy. And I feel like the full moon that's coming up in Virgo towards the end of February, I think it's the 23rd or something like that. Well, it'll be 2 weeks from today. Today's the new moon. So it'll be around 2 weeks from today, which would be the 23rd, right? Yeah. Um, so I feel like the that Virgo full moon that's coming in is significant for you. It shows you a different way of looking at your world, maybe a little getting out of your mind and into your heart comes through all that too. So I do feel like they're encouraging you to let some old things go, allow some hidden things to be revealed so that they can be released so you can go on this journey and this new adventure, planting new seeds, allowing things to fall away. That full moon energy, there's a lot of release energy that comes with the full moon. And each of those I do talk about the how to make the most of that release ceremony. So really look for that pick a card when it comes out. It'll probably come out probably the day before, or on Wednesday before, a couple days before, so you can make the most of that release with whatever is being brought up to you between now and then as well. So I like that for you, magician. Some great release and movement. New adventures await. Something freer feeling too. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then new love, you are up next. You want to know what are Peter's feeling for you. So what's going on inside of Peter? All right. Well, very solid numbers here. You got the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. So solid foundation in the outside world, solid emotional stability that's coming in here too. So it feels very stable, very solid. I almost feel like it's like no drama. It almost feels almost stagnant, right? Um, it just feels like they're okay. They're having the solid foundation in the outside world with their whatever, all the 4 corners of their earth that are going on there. And emotionally, they just feel in a really good place. Um, which doesn't mean that you feel that because they might be a little too contented and you're like, you want more. But I feel like they are probably more so just very easygoing, going, oh, whatever. And you're like, oh my God, just make a decision. But they're kind of almost too calm, too stable for your taste, is what I feel is coming in. They do have emotions there. They do have, this feeling of fullness, but I feel like they have very low expectations. And so hopefully that makes sense too. But it just feels like, okay, doop-a-doop-a-doo, just going along. It's almost like you have to be the one that asks for things. They're not going to initiate stuff because they're pretty content. They don't expect a whole lot because of their lives. So hopefully that makes sense, new love, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings right now. And then Johanna Jurisen, hello, hello. You want to know what's the energy between you and Jay? Is he part of your tribe? All right, let's take a look here. See what spirit says here for you here. You know, the energy is very interesting here because you've got the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is it's like you're on the same path, but like these 2 people are on these wires headed across this, but I feel like you're headed in opposite directions, and it just so happens that you guys have just crossed each other's paths, but I don't feel like they're parallel. I feel like, even though they seem like they're parallel, you're going on opposite sides, and it's like you spot someone as you pass them, excuse me, driving by them here. You've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles is more about being independent to oneself, and that's what I feel like they feel, either you feel or they feel that, well, one of you feels like someone's so independent they don't need anybody else. The 5 of Wands is this transformation of energy too. something that moves from fear to something more friendly. But I feel like more so the transformation of energy is realizing that you're not headed in the same direction. You're actually headed in opposite directions, and you just happen to pass each other as you're headed down the hallway in opposite directions. So I don't feel like he's part of your tribe in this lifetime. I feel like it's more of a life lesson, like a stepping stone, um, that's, you both are stepping on at the same time as you head off in the different directions. There's just a stone in the middle that you both step on at the same time, but within moments, they're stepping on that one and you're stepping in this direction and you're already moving away from one another. It's kind of energy that I feel comes in there. Some interesting passion with that Five of Wands, though. There's kind of like this, I don't know if it's not really agitation as much as it is like you can probably say like sexual frustration, where you have two people that are at odds with each other and people are like, "You guys just get a room. Oh my god, just get it over with." Because I feel like there is a little bit of a bantering maybe in a way, but it does feel like this energy is transforming there. So hopefully that makes sense, Yolanda, but that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then we'll continue moving down. So, blessed one, you are up. So, will you be able to get the help that you're asking for? Okay, so best on current energies. Let's see, Spirit, do they get the help that they're asking for? Yeah, you've got both the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving. So, I do feel like you do get some uh, help, assistance from the outside world with that Six of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is about independence and trusting spirit. And I feel like when you know that all assistance really does come from spirit and not from humans, that you don't put your, I guess, trust or dependency on people in the outside world. You put it in the creator and going, hey, I need help. Can you bring me help? And they'll bring you the help in the perfect way, in the perfect timing. But if you ask of humans, they're fickle, they feel unsafe or out of control, they're going to pull back. Assistance and abandonment is what we experience from humans. But you don't experience that when you go upward, and then they might bring it through. Spirit will bring your assistance through humans like they're a shipping company, but you don't depend on the shipping company to be the source of everything. You just are, well, they can bring it to you, but you know where it comes from. So hopefully that helps, blessed one. It's like the Five of Pentacles energy, where we learn, rather than trusting in the outside world to bring us our sustenance, we trust the creator and spirit, and then they can bring it in amazing ways, and sometimes not even through humans. It just shows up in different ways. So I like it. So that's what they have there for you, blessed one. So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. Like a frog in my throat suddenly. All right. A little better. All right. And then up next, we have Kritika Mahotra. Hello, hello. Hi. So, will you be able to get any internships in February or March? You're really tense about your career. Well, whatever we focus on grows. So, if we're focusing our energy on the tensity of things, then that's what we draw in, right? And here we go. Even got it coming through in the card, the Lover's card coming in here. So, the Lover's card is about emotional choice. It's one of our power of choice cards. So, it's perfect because that's exactly what I was talking about. Because it's interesting here. I'm so sorry that I'm coughing up here. Let's see if I can do this. Make it PG. Because the Lover's card and the Devil card are basically almost the same energies. You just see that it's usually an angel up above on the Lover's card, and then there's the devil and the Devil's card. But it always has the two individuals on the bottom, the two choices that come in here. And so, you know, we grow through our emotional choices. We grow and we realize things. And this is what spirit is just showing you, that when I focus in on my fears about missing something, or that I want something, or I hate something, or I fear something will leave my life, or not leave my life, not come into my life, or not, or all that fears, I grow that. I want that, the wantingness. Like, I want this internship, creator. They're like, oh, you enjoy wanting, that's good, so we're going to give you more wanting. And you're like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait. I want gratitude for, an internship. I'm grateful, and I know it's gonna come in the perfect time and in the perfect way. I'm not gonna want it. I don't need to want it. I'm grateful for that it's coming, and I'm gonna have it because I trust you that you're gonna bring it." So you start focusing on gratitude for what you do have in your life, for, focusing on joy and laughter and celebration and peace. Doing all that draws in those higher vibrational things. So they're saying here that, yeah, you have the ability to get an internship in February or March, but the timing and the if is all on you. Because if you are focusing on that, it's not there, they're giving you exactly what you're asking for, which is wanting or missing. I like wantingness, I love missing. So they're going to give us more things to miss, more things to want by having things not come into our life and not have things unfold, right? So focus on gratitude. Boom, you have it. All right. Hopefully that makes sense, Kritika. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. And then Starfall, you are up next. So, Starfall. So, in your last meeting with Jay, you did a gesture, open your arms like for a hug, and she just stared with a disgusted look at you and didn't move. Does she hate you, or why does she act like that? Wow. Wow, what's going on with her? Let's see. What was going on inside of her when that happened here? Okay. Yeah, it's not hating you. She's just working on some things. You got the Eight of Swords. She's realizing what of her own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are making her feel, whatever has blinded her and bound her and made her feel trapped in the past. Even the Justice card, she's working things out. There's she's stepping on the Ace of Swords down here, which again is balancing out her fears. And so whatever was going on with her, you even got the Two of Wands. Her energy is going back and forth between fear and love and fear and love. And so just realize that her actions had to do with what's going on inside of her and not inside of you. There's a great meme that I read a couple like last week that talks about, you know, people can't give you something that they don't have for themselves. And so if she doesn't have self-love and self-affection and safety, she can't give that. And so I just feel like that she was just so um, caught up in her own thinking and her own stuff, that's why she had this. It was more of a feeling of fear than disgust. And it's almost like you know a feeling of that's what goes, the fight or flight, right? This I gotta fight you feeling. It's like a hissing cat. That's what happens when the human goes into fight or flight, and they go into to discomfort there. So they've got a lot of rules about supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. I almost feel like that they're like, that's inappropriate for at this stage. You just want to touch me, but and I feel like this is what's happened to him in the past. That's why they got all this stuff, right? That people just wanted to do things to get to use her, to touch her, and have that type of interaction, which is interesting. So it's very, very, when they go into fear, round is what's coming in. So hopefully that brings a little clarity on what's going on inside of them over there. Of course, what you saw in the situation helps you understand about yourself, because they were a mirror for you. So when you looked at that, whatever you saw, that was a reflection back how you feel about yourself too. So, in what ways do you give yourself disgusting looks? In what ways might you feel like you hate yourself? So when's the last time you gave yourself a hug? Look at those things too. The reflection of the situation can tell us a lot. So that's what they have for you right now, Starfall. So many blessings to you. All right. And we're moving on to Cheryl Lee Rodriguez. Hello, hello. You want to ask, are you going through karma? Why are you losing everything around you? Oh, no. No, there's karma. It's, you know, we reap what we sow, but it's not out of punishment. It's about where we're focusing our energy. So it's not about a punishment or like, well, you just have to deal with it and take it. No, it's a realization when we start losing things out of our life. Yeah, energy on the bottom of the deck, the death and the rebirth. We definitely have this change of things. Yeah, and you even have the hanged man. You're going through a transformational time in your life, is really what all this is about. The hanged man is like a cocoon hanging upside down from a tree, right? So the caterpillar does lose things around itself when because it needs to become a butterfly, right? It's letting go of this stuff, the people, the situations, the things that no longer serve you, that they serve a caterpillar when they're just walking along the forest floor, eating um, leaves, right? Becoming bigger and bigger. But a butterfly, it doesn't want all that energy that comes in with all of that, right? It wants this freedom to be able to fly. It needs to lose and become caterpillar juice to transform to get beautiful wings so that it can fly. And when it comes out of its cocoon. So you're not being punished. It is part of, if you look in and kind of consider moving out of that life is happening to you and it's punishment and it's something being brought to you from the outside world and realize, why did I want this to happen for me? Because there is this freedom that comes from this purging, this moving away from things, is an important part of your journey. But you're in a transformation. You're becoming a beautiful butterfly. So trust the process and see if you can move from that and go, why would I, before I come down here, I've asked for these experiences. Why would I have wanted this to happen for me? How is this for me? What does this free me from? What does this allow me to move toward? So think about that, because that's why it's happening. All right. So hang in there, Shirley, and many blessings to you. And then Grace 1111, you want to know who is coming towards you. Let's take a look here. Who is coming towards you? All right. Well, you have here, eventually, you have this Leo energy that's coming towards you. It's a higher vibrational Leo, fire sign type of energy that's coming in. You have the Seven of Cups, though. Seven of Cups tells me that there are some little stepping stones along the way that are coming towards you. But they're on purpose, for a purpose. They're destined. These little stepping stones are helping you get to a fated relationship with the Leo energy. I just feel like such strong, higher vibrational, higher expression of Leo that's coming your way eventually. But these little stepping stones are helping you understand what you don't want in life, who you don't want to be in life. So it's clearing it out to where by the time you get to this relationship, you're going to be, one, so appreciative of who they are because of who you've experienced along the way, little tidbits of things, but you also understand yourself a whole lot more because of what you've gone through. So you might look back and go, how many significant relationships have you had? And just know that there's like 7 total. Some of them don't have to be romantic either. I feel like some can be, but they're like major significant um, say lesson givers, teachers that have taught you a lot about your life. So if you're like, "Oh, I've had 5, well, just 2 more to go." And then boom, then that's when you meet your Leo, your everlasting Leo. All right, so that's what's coming in for you, Grace 1111. Many blessings to you. Then we've got angel blessings coming in. So angel blessings, you want to know messages from your future self. Let's take a look here. Messages from your future self. All right. So let me just cover this up here. So you've got the star card here with the 8 of cups. And your future self is saying, and this is representing your future self because this is your higher self up here. But there's also this, energy that comes in of that you don't necessarily know where you're headed. You have this idea of supposed to be, should be, need to be, but your future self is saying you're going to get clarity around what it means to have your dream come true. And in doing that, you do have this 8 of cups, which is you're learning to let go of emotions and people that no longer serve you, which takes you on this path up and around, which the 9 of cups is where this person is headed off to, which is dreams come true, which is also the star card. It's one of the wishes come true, dream wishing upon a star, dreams come true kind of energy. And so they're saying that you're gaining clarity more and more and more about what you truly want, and that's what's waiting for you around the planet. It just takes you making the space in your heart and in your life emotionally, which is letting go of emotions that are still charged below the surface. There's a lot of energy being maintaining some of those emotions. And so as you transform those, you get that energy back. And also these relationships that you're investing a lot of energy in that don't give you a whole lot back. And yeah, relationships are give and take. But if a relationship is 80% give all the time and 20% take, that's all they give you, then you might evaluate, is this relationship done what it needs to do? And I get to release and get all that energy back that will allow me to invest it in that future, um, the future love that will come into your life. I don't feel like it's someone you know right now. I feel like it's someone that you'll meet down the road. So hopefully that helps, Angel. Blessings and many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So, soul searching vibe, you are up next. You want messages from spirit? Let's take a look here. What? All right, here you go. All right. Whoa, okay. So, you definitely are ready for a reboot or restart coming in here because you've got the death card, which is endings and new beginnings. But the King of Wands is a lot like the Emperor energy, where it's, you know, determining what it is that you want in your life. Kings have a lot of advisors advising them about life. Supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, blah, blah, blah. And what's great about all this, though, is that the king at some point goes, "Thank you, clear the throne room. I'm the one in control. I'm the king. I decide for my life. This is what I'm going to do. This is the form around it and the steps that I'm going to take and the action I'm going to take." This is where this ending and beginning comes in because you might have been just kind of heading in a direction that you've been told all your life you're supposed to be, should be, listening to all these advisors, but you're like, you know what? Change of plans, plot twist. This is what I want to do instead. And I feel like this is supported and encouraged right now from spirit for you. So don't hold back. Don't be afraid about switching directions because it's something more in alignment with your higher self and where you want to go. So that's what they have for you, soul searching vibe. Hopefully that makes sense there. And then smooth life, you want an energy reading between you and the person on your mind. So this person on your mind. Let's take a look here. So the energy between the two of you, very mysterious. There's a lot of hidden and unknown emotions that run deep. a lot of mental stability with the Four of Swords. So I feel like there's a lot of good communication between the two of you, maybe more mental stimulation and emotion that I feel like you guys might both know that's there, but it hasn't quite made itself known and brought to the surface. I feel like you guys more mental. You're both mental, but maybe you're both air signs. I don't know. But there's this energy of, mental stability, mental stimulation, and a lot of emotions that want to make themselves known and bubble up from the surface. And this Virgo full moon, that makes sense with a Virgo. A lot of thinking. Virgos love to think, um, which is good. Overthinking can take us down a different road, but they're good thinkers. And this thinking energy with this moon energy, with this Virgo full moon coming up, I feel is significant for you guys too. I feel like it's gives you your both the opportunity for emotions to be expressed. So pay attention to that full moon and the full moon energy coming up. So that's what they have for you, Smooth Life. So many blessings to you. And then Great Courts, you are up next. Almighty Great Courts, how is the one doing? All right, let's take a look here. Always makes me think of the Matrix and Neo. He was the one. Well, they're getting there. They still have this Five of Cups energy, which is, them focusing in on the spilt cups, but they're doing some inner work here with that Sun card. That's Leo energy, the child self, and so I feel like they are doing this, you know, um, self-reflection, this transformation of these emotions. It's like their inner child is demanding their attention right now. So it's good. I feel like there some things have been triggered in their life, and some of these things are bubbling up from the surface for them to transform. That bright light is shining on every area of their life, every corner, with all the cobwebs and dirty socks and underwear, or whatever. It's just showing everything, and they're like, "Whoa!" in there. So I feel like they are doing some internal cleansing, which is good. So that's what's coming in right now regarding them great courts. So many blessings to you. Should we call you Trinity? No, I'm just kidding. All right. And then Marie Jones, you are up next. So, what does your future self want to tell you? All right, let's take a look here. Give this a shuffle, get some energy flowing through here. Here we go. So, Marie Jones, what does your future self want to tell you? Okay. So you have Two of Cups, important relationship, if not romantic, definitely coming your way here. And the Five of Swords is this working through things with whoever this individual is. It does take here. The Five of Swords is about, we can get into battles with people around belief systems or just beliefs in general, where we try to prove that our small t truths that are rooted in fear are more truer than their small t truths rooted in fear. The only thing is that all those small t truths of fear are lies, and so none of them are more truer. The only thing that's truly true is the Ace of Swords in the middle, which helps us connect to the capital T truth of the higher realms rooted in unconditional love and not fear. And so there is this internal conflict that's going on there to allow you to release this battle between your heart and your mind, allowing more to go through the things, getting out of your head, getting into your heart, allowing your heart to have a seat at the table, but letting go of the supposed to be, should be's, need to be's will allow this relationship that's coming in, or that you're currently in. But it helps clear up this conflict that's in between the two of you when you realize I've got a higher truth to search after. I don't have to prove or defend my truth, because real truth does not need to be defended. It just is true. But when it's a small t truth that's not true, we have to defend it as being true when it really isn't. So there's this big release, this transformation of conflict, something more peaceful and something more equally giving. So hopefully that resonates. If it's a relationship you're in now, it just helps transform it. If it's not one you have now, it's good to be aware of as you're going into it, going, okay, I'm going to allow them to believe whatever they want to believe. And I'm going to be inquisitive, ask questions, and understand, but not try to prove that their truth is wrong. And my truth is the true truth of all things. The higher truth is what we can spend our energy on. So hopefully that makes sense, Marie. That's what's coming in for you right now. So many blessings. And then Sana, hello, hello. And so do you have a future with Rashan? All right, let's take a look here. So you're not in any relationship, any no contact, but you met 3 years ago. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see. Is there a future with this individual? Okay. No. No. Do you want to see the cards? Yeah, the Ace of Wands, which is a new passion that comes in here. And the Prince of Swords is, a uh, clarity coming in as well as a new type of communication, a heightened communication with someone else. So definitely feel this energy, and I don't know if you're in school or thinking about going to school. Whoever this person is, I feel like that is this Page of Swords, which is someone who is kind of a perpetual student, always wanting to learn, always wanting to grow, learning more things. So if you're not going to school, then I feel like they are, or you definitely have like this mental connection with someone. In addition to that passion, which is good, but it's more than just physical and energetic attraction. There's a mental attraction too, which I feel is spawned there too. So I like that. I almost feel like maybe you will meet him over, like communicate him via text and, um, you know, kind of not in person communication, and you get to know each other that way, and then you eventually get to meet in person, kind of energy. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But that's what's coming in there for you. So many blessings to you, Sana. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. My apologies if I am not. All right. So we're getting down the list here. We still have quite a ways to go. So hang in there, everybody. So DK, you're up next. You want to know, is VG the right person for you? Let's take a look here and see. There's always the person that's good for right now. Are they the right person for forever? Nope. So you've got the Two of Swords here, and I feel like that they're okay for right now. You've got the Hermit card, which is telling me that you're going to have a time to yourself here in the future. But the Two of Swords is the choice. You have someone who's going to be literally night and day from them, and you're not going to have to wonder if they're the right one or, the one that you're going to end up with. Because it is going to be night and day. You're going to be like, whoa, okay, this is the one, not them. This was the one. But I feel like you don't like leave one to go directly to another. I feel like things drift away. You end up being by yourself for a little bit. And then that's when you meet the other person that comes into your life. That is more of a soul partner, someone that you'll end up with for the rest of your life. I feel like this VG, it might be a soulmate, which is a stepping stone, but they're not the ultimate end relationship for you. Okay. So that's what they have coming in there for you, DK. All right. Many blessings to you. And then Lynx Lee, you would like a love reading. All right. Let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know about love right now? Okay. All right. So you do have here, they're saying here that once you're able here to really look here with this justice card, your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what marriage is to be, what commitment is to be. Both of these cards really are about commitment. The Justice card is like the justice of the peace, and the Four of Wands is joy, celebration, wedding. But there is with this combo, making sure we're looking and understanding what is it that I want and what is it that I thought everyone else has told me I'm supposed to want. Big clarity and balancing that comes in. And as soon as you really take the time to look at why do I believe what I believe? Why do I want what I think I want? As soon as you get some clarity, that Eight of Wands is a lot of passion and fast energy coming in out of nowhere suddenly, and I like it. Um, it's like you clear all these weights that are holding you down. You're like in this love balloon, like the big hot air balloons, and you're in the big. It's even like a cabin that's attached to a huge hot air balloon, and but there's all this sandbags that are holding it down. And then there's just like one big sandbag that if you just slice it, you just you go so far. There's something that's holding you back regarding your belief around love. And as soon as you release that and transform that, then that's what takes you in this direction. So I love that for you. Um, so you can take a look and go, what is my biggest fear around love? That will tell you what that big bag is. Okay. All right, Linksley. That's what they have for you right now, my dear. So many blessings to you. Then up next, we've got a new three. You want to know how will your future spouse be? So, what does Spirit want you to know about your future spouse? All right. Yeah. So you've got, yeah, definitely. It's someone different than you've ever expected because you've got the Full card, you've got the Ace of Cups, someone new that you don't know yet, and the Three of Wands, which is a different direction. Like you go a different direction than you thought you ever would go here with all this combination. So someone brand new, um, someone totally different, like the Ace of Cups. It's someone with a lot of self-love, not arrogant and all that, but they a lot of self-confidence. They love themselves, which is good because that means they can give and receive love in great amounts, because if you don't love yourself, you can't give something you don't have. And you can't give more than to the extent that you love yourself either. So if you love yourself that much, that's all you can give. But if you love yourself this much, that's how much love you can give to the humans in our lives too. So I like that for you. I feel a very loving individual, but very different, someone totally new in your path, and just so different too. They're like a someone you didn't think that you would ever be attracted to, but you're like, boom, there it is. I cannot deny it. So I love that. Oh, as I throw things around here, got all excited for you. So that's what's coming in for you, News 3. Hopefully that helps a little bit. All right, let's see where we're at here. All right, yeah, we still have a couple handfuls left here. So uh, hang in there, everybody. All right, so Samya. Hello, hello. So you want to know, what are the chances of you to move abroad this year? All right, let's take a look here. What about you and moving abroad? Let me just shuffle these up. So what are the chances of you moving abroad? All right. Well, you have chances of moving abroad here. There's just let me cover this up. You got the Devil card coming in here, which is the shaking and the rattling of some belief systems that come in here. You also have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups has to do with power of choice. I don't feel like it has to do with romance in specific relationship to moving abroad. But we have the 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups do bring in this, I don't know if I've talked about um, I have a series that I did last year, Take 10 with Zen. If you go to my main page, and at the very top, there's the list of playlists, and if you scroll, I think it might even be the ones that appear, but if not, you might have to go to the right or whatever. But it's called Take 10 with Zen, episode 5. You can listen to both 4 and 5, but 5 has to do with the 6 of Pentacles, which has to do with our out of balance giving and receiving. And this is why there's a possibility, if you can look into that, bring this out of balance giving and receiving rate of exchange that's below the surface running on autopilot. If you can bring that to the conscious mind and go, who is it that I felt I had to give so much to get so little back? That helps us forgive and transform things, because while there's this out of balance thing, there's this force field that our little inner child's keeping up, that keeps us from being able to have these things come into our life because it doesn't feel it deserves it yet. And so, you even have the Chariot card on the bottom, which is that power of choice coming in again. And we can choose to focus on our lower vibrational energy or the higher vibrational. And when we focus on the higher vibrational, we draw in things that match our energy. So the moving abroad, that's what episode 4 is about, is looking at making sure we're aware of our energy and where we're investing it. But the 6 of Pentacles, the episode 5, is all about the out of balance giving and receiving. So be sure to check that out. I feel like it'll just change things and allow things to come into your life, and love, jobs, chances of moving abroad, all this stuff come in. But if your little inner child goes, I don't feel you deserve that yet, that's what is keeping it away. All right. So some very transformative energy coming in there for you. That's what they have for you, Samya. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Jashan, you are up. Some new moon guidance. All right. Well, be sure to check out the Aquarius new moon. Pick a card that I put out. That'll give you some information. In fact, I think, what is it at here? Yeah, in about 15 minutes, the new moon will dawn, and we have 8 hours after it to make the most of that energy. So be sure to check that out. Let's see, what else does Spirit want you to know here about this new moon? All right. Yeah. Yep. So you do have here the Star card and the Judgment card. Both of these are about a higher calling. The Judgment card is your higher self, calling your human to this higher place. And the Wish Upon a Star, too, this combination, I feel like there's a lot of clarity that comes in with this. And oh my God, the Star card is Aquarius energy. Aquarius new moon, duh. So there's this great opportunity to use this new moon Aquarian energy to gain a lot of clarity around, what is your dream come true? What is it that you want to accomplish in life? What's your capital T truths that are hiding from you, that want to be revealed so that you can step forward into a direction that's more in alignment with your calling, with your higher self? So it's such an important time for clarity and movement, and launching of things and taking steps into your dream. All the planetary alignment, every planet is direct. And I think to like March 10th, we've got all this forward movement energy on even the inner planets and the outer planets. The inner planets, I think March 10th, something starts going retrograde, but all the outer planets are still direct until like May 10th. So we got a lot of forward progression energy over these next 3-4 months. So definitely it's a time to use that energy, plant the seeds, use this new moon wish energy in very powerful ways. Make those 10 new moon wishes count, because it's huge for you. So I like that for you, Jishan. So enjoy. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. Kel Zabrik, you are up next. Let me just see how we're doing here. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got about 7 more people left. So almost to the end. Hang in there. So Kelsbreek, you want to know, would the Virgo want to get back together with you? Let's take a look here and see, based on current energies, do they want to get back together with you? All right. There is a possibility that you could with the Ace of Pentacles here. But the Ten of Swords is that you would have to let go. Both of you would have to let go of so many expectations. The Ten of Swords they're not dead. They're usually looking away from us to the sun rising in the background. They interpret it a little differently here, but it is about letting go of expectations, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, and a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts have to be let go, because that's what sucks the life out of a relationship, is all these expectations. And we spend all our time focusing on who someone is not being, instead of having very little expectations, celebrating who someone is. So I feel like you both might have a little bit of a struggle doing that, because I feel like you're very stubborn, both of you, in what you're wanting out of a relationship. And you want this, and they give you this, and they want this, and you give them that. And there's this lack that's constantly there that will just keep revisiting itself until you change your thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets, at least for each other, what you're wanting. But, you know, there are, individuals out there for both of you that have more matching expectations on each other, but they're still always going to be there. And it's a great opportunity for you to really look and go, what can I release about what I think I have to have, supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and all that? Because you get a big release. You release yourself from so much, have this freedom, that allows you, to find someone that's compatible. Excuse me, as I slap my microphone. I just feel that there's a lot of, Virgos and Geminis, they're both ruled by Mercury. So makes sense that you both have these long list of thinking things that you think have to happen and be, and you can't get out of your mind around them. And that's the challenge, when you have two stubborn people who think a lot, who overthink a lot, right? So there could be someone, there's compatibility here if you can learn to manage those small teachers rooted in fear and replace them and transform those into higher capital T truths rooted in unconditional love that are wisdom and knowledge. It can happen, but I feel like you both are very stubborn, and that may be a long time before you both get to that point where you will do that. It's all right, no judgment here. Stubborn? No, yes. So I understand it. No judgment. All right, so that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. Then Shay B, you are up. So will you get married next year? Let's take a look here. And I'm not sure if you meant this year or next year, like over the next year. Let's take a look here. It looks like here we've got more so here, the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to your authentic self, and the Five of Wands has to do with the transformation of some energies. So some inner conflict around your energy, and about, if you can be true to your authentic self and live your passion. This is what this talks about here, is instead of trying to be someone that you think other people think you should be, blah, blah, blah. This is about being true to your authentic self, transforming your fears, allowing yourself to express yourself. And when you do that, that's when someone falls in love of, with you for who you are. When you're trying to be someone you're not, all the stuff that we're told we're supposed to be, should be, need to be, we're all given that. When we're trying to be that, we're not ourselves, and we don't put out the sonar attracting what we're wanting to bring in. Instead, we're bringing in stuff we don't want because we're being who we don't want. So I feel like if you can transform and truly step into being true and true and truer to your authentic self, that's what draws them in. It could be this year, um, um, if not next year, but like between in 2024, it's possible if you're able to really step in and start living your passion of what you want to do. And in doing that, that's when you meet someone who also has that same passion. The spark happens between the two of you, and you get to share this passion about what you like to do, but also the spark of love that happens between you as well. So that's what's coming in for you right now, Shabi. So many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Samya Rao. Hello, hello. So, should you go for the online software testing course? Does that feel good for you to secure a job in 2 months? All right. Let's take a look here. Of course, there's no shoulds from Spirit's point of view. It's just different choices, different experiences. So, we're going to really just ask, is this online software testing course, will that help you secure a job in the next 2 months? We're just going to zero in on that first here. Yeah, it can. You got the King of Discs here, the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance coming in. And the reason why I don't sound super like, yay about it, because the High Priestess is telling me you could, but I don't feel like you're securing a job that is in alignment with your higher self. The High Priestess, she steps back, dives deep into the emotions, goes behind the veil, connects to the higher realms. The hidden and the unknown are revealed to her. And that's what I feel. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, you have what's hidden is your true dream come true. What is it that you would want to do? What is it that you would make your heart sing? That make your life be like, yes, feel like the software testing and the secured, getting that job, the job, it's like living, it's existing, it's not living. Where I feel like what spirit is nudging you toward is to live your dreams and live and not just exist. So I feel like it's, yeah, the online software testing course will help you get secure a job in 2 months, but it's going to be a job and you're going to be unhappy with it. You're going to be bored with it. Your heart's not going to be singing. It's your mind's going to be just checking off, going, all right, well, we're making money, making ends meet, but that doesn't mean that you're living. That just means you're existing, right? So that's what's coming in for you right now, Samya Rao. So many blessings to you. And we're down to just a handful here, of four actually. So, God's daughter, you are up. So you want to know, why does Andre want you to get pregnant? He wants to have you tied up, but why? All right, let's take a look here and see what's at the core of this. Why does he have this drive to have you pregnant and tied to him? All right. You know, I don't know if they know. They've got the death card, which is a death and rebirth, and the Hierophant, which is, their higher self calling them to this higher place to see things more clearly in their life. I feel like there's a lot of fear around being alone, and dying alone. And they've got all these small t truths that they've been given in their life about who are they supposed to be in order to be successful and desired and worthy. They're supposed to have they're supposed to have children, they're supposed to pass on the lineage, they're supposed to have someone that loves them and that they're with someone. It's like this long list of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's that they've been told all their life that, well, if you are, you know um, this, then you're lovable, and successful, right? And so that's part of it all. I feel like between the two of you, though, too, with the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck, there's some past life connections that are bubbling below the surface where you guys did have, um, other past lives together and as lovers, as other things too. But there's this bond below the surface that still connects you guys. And that's kind of a draw that we have together as well. All right, so that's what they have there for you. So many blessings to you there, God's daughter. And then we've got Ashvin Rai. You are up. So, hi. You want some career advice? So let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know about your career. All right. All right. So you've got the Six of Swords coming in and the Seven of Wands. The Six of Swords is about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you and emotions, but thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. Fears that might have been holding you back, but it's a flowing number. So you are leaving behind, and I feel like you're getting clarity in your life around what you really want. And the Six of Swords can even be movement across oceans or across waters as well. You can see they're being carried across the water here. And the Seven of Wands is this energy about standing up for what you're wanting and shining bright. You know, the sun does not ask permission to shine; they just do. And if people can't handle it, then they can get out of the out of the way or out of the sun, get the giant sun hat and giant sunglasses and sunscreen, or get in the shade, or get in the house with air conditioner. If you can't stand the sun, this is about you not backing off and shrinking who you are, but letting yourself shine. And wherever that takes you, let go, let the fears go, let the movement go forward. Follow your heart, follow what you're wanting to do. You even have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck, which is all about one of the dreams come true type of cards. And so the career isn't about doing what everyone has told you that you should do and supposed to do and need to do, but about doing and being who you want to be and what you want to do with your life instead. Go where it takes you. Don't let anything hold you back. Well, I don't want to let people down. I don't want to leave people behind. I don't want to whatever. It's like, you know, you're not doing anyone a favor by being miserable and staying where you're at. Live your dream, and people are going to be like, wow. It's going to encourage them also to live their dreams. So don't let them hold you back. Don't let people try to pop your bubble. Just go do what you're wanting to do and what you feel like will make your heart sing and feel full and overflowing. So that's what they have for you there. And so many blessings to you. And then, baby girl, you are up. You asked you if you could get a reading. So we'll give you a general reading. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, look at these eights coming in here. So, you start off with the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is about, movement in the outside world. You've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, been putting the effort into the outside world. And the Eight of Pentacles is about movement coming in the outside world too. You have the strength, you have the courage with the master number or the major arcana number eight. So this is time for you to step up and to lead and to, it is like a intern, not an intern, a apprentice who's been studying under a master, becoming the master. And this is what this is. You've been putting all this in, you've been transforming, and things in your life aren't going to be able to stay where they have been in your life either. You've been changing, and you've been a caterpillar that went into the cocoon to transform into a butterfly. You come out and you're a beautiful butterfly, and all the other caterpillars who were supposed to also do the same thing are still caterpillars, just big fat caterpillars. They've just been eating leaves the entire time while you've been transforming, and you can't be there anymore. Things can't stay the same. They can't follow you. Uh, Butterflies don't carry caterpillars. They don't even carry their leftover cocoon. They leave everything behind and they seek nectar instead of consuming leaves, and they flutter. They become someone that helps grow plants instead of destroy them. They're able to go distances over rivers even. They can, migrate 1,000 miles. Caterpillar was like, I can never do that in my lifetime. because they're so small and they move along the grounds. They get to a river or even a little stream, they'll drown, but a butterfly effortlessly flies over those. And so this is a time for you for that movement. And you've got the Page of Cups too, which is movement of emotion. Again, this movement. Things cannot stay the same as they are. So if someone or something, a job or whatever, has not transformed with you, then you're going to head up, and if they can't head up with you, then they get left behind. You get to go do butterfly things with other butterflies. So I like this for you, and this is what they have right now for you, baby girl. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, and hopefully I didn't miss anyone. If I did, my deepest apologies. I will be back in 2 hours for my evening session. So be sure to come and check me out if I overlooked you or if you want to have a new reading completed. But Patty, you are the final one. So Patty, will the salary meet your expectations from the interview earlier this week? All right, we'll take a look here. And once I'm done, I will post a comment with the order in which I completed the readings, and so you can find your reading easier, everybody. Of course, Patty's, yours will be the last one. Easy to find. Last but not the least. So tell us about the salary here. All right. I feel like there's going to be, I don't know. I mean, you've got the Queen of Swords, which is the balancing of the heart and the head. And I feel like the heart wants something more and the head, wants something. And the strength card coming in is that you have the courage and the clarity that come into this is your human self connecting and communing with your higher self. And so there is this going back and forth between follow your heart, follow your head. Underneath below the surface, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about abundance, self-nurturing, also, money and all that, and the Ace of Wands underneath that. So I feel like there might be a new opportunity that opens up here, something more in alignment with your calling of life, with the Judgment card and another that brings you this feeling of happiness and overflowingness. So I don't feel like they quite give you what you're wanting, and you're like, I don't know, should I take it then or not? But follow your heart. I feel like there's something else that's you'll know it when it's offered or you come across it. You'll be like, this is it. This is everything I want. And I feel like it'll be that clear for you when it arrives. But I don't feel like this one is it because of that Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles underneath the deck there. So hopefully that helps there, Patty. Many blessings to you. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And thank you for your patience as I got to the free readings. As I mentioned, I will post a comment here in a moment, listing in order all of the order in which I did the reading. Sorry. And we're entering right now the new moon in Aquarius. So be sure to check out that. Pick a card. Make the most of your new moon wishes. That's where I'm going to head off and work on my new moon wishes. And I'll see you guys when I see you again. I'll be on tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And then again also tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So until I see you again, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. You hang in there. You take care. We'll see you soon.